Hello, hello, my friends. Parashat Vayychi. No Vayychi, as a lot of people say so. Vayychi. It's amazing parasha. First, because this parasha is the end of Bereshit book. It's the end of the creation of the world and the born of Yaakov and his family went down to Egypt, and it's the start of the exile of Israel nation. So this is only the first chapter of the world. It's like starting of the world. You can see it like pyramid, yeah? That the base of this building of the world is created. It's finished. The basic of the world, when Yaakov start and make the worship of God and his sons, so this is the start. It's the end of the basic of the world. Now I think we arrived to the top, our generation. So it's very, very important now to know the two parts. I think there is a few parts of to create the nation that named Israel nation. So we start now the second chapter of the creation of Israel nation. I want to concentrate on this parasha when Yaakov wants to tell to his sons what will be in the end of the world, when Mashiach will come, and to tell his sons what they have to do, or to teach their sons how to create the situation for to bring Mashiach. It's a secret, of course, and the Gemara say about that. אלמלא משמרים בני ישראל את השבת שתי שבתות. If will all Israel nation will keep two Shabbos, two Shabbat in the middle of the week here. Every week has Shabbat and Shabbat, and in the middle is the whole week. That's why God asked us to keep all the mitzvot of Shtei Shabbatot, two Shabbos. Why two? Why not one? Because two, you prove your good manners and good make all the mitzvot in the middle of the week. This is the test. Not if you are keeping only the Shabbat. It's not the whole taste. it's a big test. But if you keep 2 Shabbos in the middle of the week, this is a big proof that you are good Jewish. So God, Yaakov want to tell the end of the world, how to bring the Mashiach, and the Shechina didn't agree with that. Nistalka Shechina, the Shechina ran away from him, and he was in shock. So he understood that he is not allowed to tell this secret. So now he is blessing before he died, because he felt everyone know when he is starting to get old, and he is collect and ask all his family to come and to say hello, like that. It's temperature separating. Yeah, Preda is to separate for a while. Why for a while? It's until the Tchiyat HaMetim, when the all who died before will awake from their graves. So I want to concentrate about 2 of sons of Yaakov. Yehuda from Leah, he born from Leah, the first mother, and Levi from Leah too, because Yosef was the Bechor, the first one of Rachel. But the main duty or the role and the calf of Yehuda and Levi, I think that were the greatest of the calf and role of in the world, this world. Like from Yehuda went out the Mashiach, Ben David, son of David, and it's from Yehuda. And from Levi, born Aharon. Aharon HaKohen, the Kohen, is the biggest calf and worship of God in the Beit HaMikdash. It's amazing. He's the first one. He born from Levi, Aharon HaKohen, brother of Moshe. So I want to say first about Yehuda. Yehuda, blamed by Joseph and by Yaakov, he sold Joseph for a slave, and it's written in the Bible, in the Torah, that Gonev ish umecharo mot yumat. Who steal a man or a boy and sell him for a slave, mot yumat. It's a big sin that God said to kill him. Yeah? Mot yumat. It's like a death. He deserved to death, for death. Because you are taking all his shoot, how you say, now he is independent, and you make him a slave, depends, and his character is nothing. It's like you kill him if you sell him for a slave. You understand? So it's a big blame on Yehuda, because the brothers of Yehuda said to him, if you would tell us not to sell Yosef, or not to throw him to the to the place of snakes, and we were think to agree with you, because Yehuda was the leader of the whole family. So after the sale of Yosef, Yehuda go down. He stopped to be a leader, but he still was in the court. He was in the important in the court when there is a lot of issues for make something. They took advice from Yehuda. Even Yaakov, before the blessing, sent Yehuda in the last Parashah, Vayychi, sent Yehuda to Egypt, to Goshen, to prepare the yeshiva. Before Yaakov and all family came from Canaan, he prepared all the place for his father, Yehuda. Yaakov sent Yehuda, nobody else, only Yehuda, because he is inside of him, can do all he wants, all what he is thinking, he can do that. This is the role that from heaven, I don't know, it's a lot of role and call that God has and created in everyone. So Yehuda was scared when their father Yaakov collect them and bring them to his house and start to bless them, because he was afraid that all the kingdom, the melucha, to be a king, the Mashiach is like a king. He knew that, but he was afraid that his father will take it from him. Like his father, Reuven, make a sin. He changed the bed of his mother, because when Rachel died, you have to know that the bed of Yaakov was always with Rachel, but when she died, he took not Leah to be in a steady and to be with her always, like in Rachel. No, he took the slave Zilpah, maybe, yeah, and he took out the Zilpah but and he changed it to Leah, and he didn't forgive him. And Reuven lost his Bechorah. Bechorah is the first, the first boy that born in the family, called Bechor. Bechor, the first one. So Reuven lost it. Okay, and he's make a hint. When he blessed him, he told him about that. But the Torah tell us in the last Parashah, Vayigash, that the Maaseh, the story with Tamar, and if you know that, and she met her Tamar, it's a story that you have to know by yourself, I hope. And she failed him. She has changed her clothes and she ask Yehuda to be with her. And when she came to the court, because she was pregnant with Yaakov, with Yehuda, and she came to the court, and they say that she has to be punished and to be killed. So Tamar say, "Oh, do you know who is belong the tefillin and the stemple of Yehuda and the stick, the mate? Do you know who is belong that? I impregnated from this man. Who belongs that?" Oh, Yehuda say, "I am this man. I'm sorry, I did it." You know, the whole people, the holies of Shem ve'ever and the whole yeshiva were there. And Yehuda say, "I'm sorry, I blame myself. I was this man." So he wasn't ashamed to say, "I'm sorry, I did it." And that's why he bring back to be a king. Because who is denied and say, "Excuse, no, it wasn't me, maybe I forgot, I didn't know that." And Tamar came to the court to be killed. And Yehuda saved her and said, "I'm blamed." So because of this hour that he said the truth, Yehuda, he brought back to be a king of this man, of the whole family, whole Israel. Because 1 hour that he said the truth until the end, and he wasn't ashamed to say the truth. And second one is Levi. Who was Levi? In Shechem, in Parashat Vayychi, Levi and Shimon killed all the people from Shechem, because the leader of Shechem, Hamor, named Hamor, he lied with Dinah, the daughter of Yaakov. So they were in a hot heart, and they were angry about Shechem, and they killed all of them. And Yaakov cried for that, and he said, "You make me in a dangerous because the whole country around might be coming and kill us. So you make the big mistake. Why you did it? You make us in the danger. So Levi was afraid too that Yaakov not bless him. So because in Sefer Shmot, you will see that when the scene of the golden cow, how do you say? And Moshe said and screamed in the camp, the big camp of Israel, Mi la Hashem Elai, who is for worship, for God, come to me. And the whole Shevet Levi came to Moshe. And they fixed the wrong thing that they did in Shechem. And they fixed their sin in this act when they came with Moshe and killed all the people that make the foreign worship for the cow, that they created. And after the Torah, when Moshe was in the mountain of Sinai, and they did big sin of Avodah Zarah, and let's fix their way with God, and God created a new role for Levi, to be Leviim, and worship, and they were Shevet Levi. They kept the Mikdash and were the keepers, and the singing and the Chatzotzrot, the music and the Mikdash. And the Aharon HaKohen, Aharon was from Shevet Levi, and God said that from Aharon will start the Kohanim. Before the Kohanim of Aharon, from Aharon, it was the Bechorim were this job, to be in the Mishkan and in the Beit HaMikdash. So the Bechorim, the first who born in the family, called Bechor. Bechorim is plural. So the Bechorim were worship of God, like Kohanim. And after this fixed in the Chet HaEgel, they became Kohanim. Aharon, the first Kohen, and Shevet Levi were in worship of God, close to God, and became the second level. Kohen is the first level. The second level is our Levi, and the third level is Israel, whole Israel. I'm Israel. I'm not Levi. I'm not Kohen. So everybody, what we are learning from this parasha, that Yehuda, by his new leadership, to be a leader of Israel, because he said the truth about Tamar. And Yaakov and God forgave him. And the same thing with Levi. that killed all Shechem, all people of Shechem, and he made dangerous for Yaakov, and Yaakov was angry about Levi, but he knew that Levi fixed his way when they came to Moshe, and killed all the people that worship, make the foreign worship. When Moshe was in the Sinai mountain. So the big question in this parasha, that nobody knows what his duty or role in this our life. But I thought in an idea that who makes all the effort to achieve all his targets. Of course, kosher, in the right way. He tried to be good and tried to be the best, so he will discover his duty in this world. God will help him to achieve his goal. It's very important. Even Yehuda, even Levi could be lost there what they deserved to be, and the worship of God. And they failed, but they fixed their way and they arrived to the top of their achievement, Hesegiyut, yes. And that's why we have to take a musar, a learning in this parasha, that nobody knows what he can be until he will makes all the efforts to achieve things. And if you want to make chesed with people and you are staying in your home, you can't do chesed. You have to go out and to find out who needs your help. You have to ask, oh, this is poor man, I will help him. And you are going day and night. Oh, you are really want to be a chesed man. Oh, God will help him because he makes the efforts. So if someone spoil his way, he can fix him. And all the time that we are alive, we can fix our way and to ask forgiveness from God. But if we are staying and say, oh no, I can't do nothing, I'm not worth for nothing, I don't know what to do, I'm loser. No, it's not truth, because everybody can do big things in his life. So that's why this parasha, Yehuda lost his role and Levi lost. But because they fixed their way, they arrived to the top of the Israel nation. Because the king is Yehuda and the Levi is the worship, make the worship, the important worship of God in the Beis HaMikdash. So I thought that I deserve to get a feedback who is really want to learn Hebrew lessons and Torah, and I know only 4 people from this group, and that's why I want to know who is really listen to my lecture about the parasha and tell me how it is helping uh, about advance in the conversion. Thank you very much, my friends, and Shabbat Shalom. And remember, not Vayychi, Vayychi. Bye bye. Good Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you very much.